What if we get there and we find
Nothing? It's possible. We're probably gonna die.
Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
Stay awake.
Stay awake. Geography confuse. How pathetic. You're not gonna make it out there. You're irrelevant.
Markiplier told me to beat the snot out of Judge Judy,
Beat the snot out of Judge Judy.
and I just couldn't disappoint my king.
Allegiance to the Wharf Stash.
Get your edge on. Edge real hard. Sleep edging. You could be sleeging. Let's get our sleege on.
So I watched the entirety of Edge of Sleep, and I must say this show is really, really good. This is a show about a parasomniac dude named Dave who finds himself in a situation where if anyone sleeps, they die. A pretty unique concept that I don't believe I've seen in any other horror media. First off, I'd like to say that Markiplier is a really good actor. No, this isn't just glazing, he's genuinely a really good actor, which is surprising given he hasn't been acting for very long.
I don't wanna be free. Leave me in luxury.
YouTuber movies are usually processed garbage, but if something like Talk to Me can exist, then there is no surprises that in the sea of greed, there are a few artists genuinely trying to make art. This show really turned sleeping into a scary experience, which is ironic given that I'm making this video with 0 hours of sleep. Hi.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill.
Without spoiling much, this is a series where Firestorm from Legends of Tomorrow and Markiplier try to save the world by pulling the world's most excruciating all-nighter. It explores themes of trauma, how you need to face it head-on, and how you don't have to be alone with your pain. Hell, it's even a metaphor for the journey of chasing your dreams. It's an adrenaline-filled ride that keeps you at the edge of your seat. I'm so funny. Staying awake without sleep for days while simultaneously keeping everyone you care about awake because of death is a pretty gripping concept. This is a 6-episode show that can be watched in one sitting, and it's kind of hard not to just watch it all considering it's pretty darn captivating. I really love the direction, especially during the dream sequences. It feels very avant-garde. I recently learned that word, by the way. My French cousins probably hate me. I really love how they handled the dreams in here. Like, there's a scene where Markiplier has to go to sleep for 2 minutes, and in the dream, those 2 minutes are 2 whole days, and it looks very painful. To stay awake, sometimes I had to take adrenaline, and every time they shot someone with adrenaline, I just remember that one Batman scene. This is not very related to the video, I just find that funny. This show, as good as it is, isn't perfect. It starts off a little weak, but picks up as it progresses. It's a 6-episode series, but given that's 120 minutes in total, you can be kind of confused as to why it isn't an indie theatrical movie or just a movie. A lot of people will and have complained that it feels a little rushed with just 6 episodes and not enough time to give characterization to the characters. Now, knowing how long this show actually took to make, which is pretty damn long, you'd think it'd be pretty long, but no. Markiplier has been caught between this and his film project on Iron Lung, which is why it took so long to release. I will admit the characters are interesting, and it's kind of a shame that they don't get their own character-centric episodes. This show is kind of reminiscent of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream in a way, where it's kind of the end of the world and you're left with a few characters trying to figure out a way to survive, and all of them have their own personal traumas. For example, Katie has suffered a drug addiction and spent a good amount of time in rehab. Mateo is a former Air Force veteran with undisclosed PTSD. Linda has seen unspeakable things the government was doing and it cost her medical license. And Dave has suffered painful nightmares every day for his entire life. I was hoping the show would dive into each character separately, but this season solely focuses on Dave. That's right, you heard me correct. This season. The show ends on a cliffhanger! You see, shows like these are unsure whether or not they'll even be renewed for a second season, which is why in the first season they gotta cram as much as possible in it. It's why shows like the One Piece live action felt a little crammed with its first season. But now, with this show already making it to the top 10 of Prime shows, we're sure to expect a lot more to come. For what this show did with the characters though, I really loved it. There is this scene where they're recording themselves attempting an autopsy on a corpse, and they use this tacky effect to make it look like they're recording with an old camcorder, even though Mateo's doing it with an iPhone.
Yeah, what kind of idiot would do that? That's really dumb.
I really need to talk about the elephant in the room. The source. You see, this show is based on a podcast with the same name, which for some reason has not gotten a second season in years. I honestly have no idea how this happened. It was supposed to release last year, but it never did. And now we got two different season 1s of Edge of Sleep, the Amazon Prime show and the audio drama. The reason I say different is because they both vary in a few key areas. It's not a shot-for-shot adaptation despite being written by the exact same people.
It's not the same. They do the killing. We do the fixing.
The first thought I had was that I liked this girl. She was weird as hell, even weirder than I was. She's one of those people who has no idea how fucking crazy they sound. Or maybe she just didn't care. Either way, I liked it.
She's intense.
Yeah, but I kind of like her.
Obviously, there's gonna be changes in how the story is told, given that this is a TV show and not an audio drama. Some things were removed, some things were altered, and some things were just not the same. Technically, these two versions of the story have different endings.
Alright, I'm gonna go into some spoilers, so skip to this time code if you wanna avoid the spoilers!
In the show, Mateo survives the plane landing and goes to the island named Aristera, but in the audio drama, the island was Papua New Guinea. Also, he goddamn dies in the audio drama. In the audio drama, the people on the island are an old tribe who have ways to combat the evil harboring the world with their own tribal ways, and in the show, the people on the island are known as the Dream People, and not much is told about them except that they've been watching Dave his entire life, and that he's won some sort of war, and they're Arabian or something.
Do any of you speak Arabic?
Habibi. And I'm honestly still confused about the whale. Maybe I watched both the show and the audio drama back to back too fast, but I'm really confused on what or who the whale really is. Either some sort of protector or protectors or a conjured spirit of some sorts. Everyone always talking about Free and Willy. Who the f even is Willy? In the show, Katie's body gets possessed in the end near the plane wreckage, but in the audio drama, her body gets possessed before they even get on the plane. What difference does that make? It means in the show, possessed Katie will find the island, but in the audio drama, it will probably be possessed Mateo. There are some things explained in the show that are not really said in the audio drama, like Linda's past as a doctor or Katie's time in rehab. Ironically, the show added a lot more layers to the characters despite the limited runtime. There was also the removal of the Mughals and the white van serial killer, but honestly, in the grander scheme of the Edge of Sleep story, these two were very minor. But this leaves me puzzled as to what's happening next. Which is releasing first? The second season of the audio drama or the second season of the Prime show? What's happening next? Apparently, the show follows more closely to the novel adaptation of the audio drama, though I haven't read that, but people say it's a skimmed version of the audio drama. The Edge of Sleep has been in development hell, and as of right now, the show doesn't have good marketing, if any at all. It's just Markiplier. For suppliers. Fire right the fire.
About brand recognition. You know, you don't need commercials for Coca-Cola or McDonald's. It's about brand recognition. Sure, it would be extremely effective to kidnap your entire neighborhood and force them into your living room so that you can play them Edge of Sleep. But wouldn't it be much more effective if you tie them up in their own living room and put it on every one of their TVs? I'm gone. They're trying to take me down.
I'm just confused because both the show and the audio drama are really good. Like, damn, Markiplier is a great actor and a magnificent narrator. Will the show/podcast ever get a second season? Probably in 4 to 5 business years. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually, but who knows? We might never live to see it. Watching the show and listening to the audio drama really has turned me into a fan, to the point I started listening to Bad Vibes, an audio drama by one of the creators of Edge of Sleep. So I really do hope we get a second season soon. Both versions of Edge of Sleep left on a similar yet different ending, so I'm really interested to see what happens next. And if you haven't seen it already, what are you waiting for? It's out right now, streaming on Prime. Go watch Edge of Sleep and don't stop edging!
Edge real hard, sleep real good, and watch the show. I know you're wasting time here. You could be sleep edging. You could be sleeging.
Anyways, I'm excited for Iron Lung. I honestly love Markiplier's dedication to the craft. Whether the projects are his or not, he always gives it his all.
K-pop. I'm awake! I'm awake! I'm awake! What the f? What the f? What? Takes one to know one! We can't stay awake for too long, but I do have one method. Okay, one last resort. We're running short on water, so one last resort. Have you ever heard of Brokeback Mountain? Where you going? Where you going, man?
I don't think I want to jump.
Where you going, man?
Jump with you.
Where are you going, man? Where are you going, man? Where are you going? Where are you going, man? Come on, come on. We gotta stay awake. Come on. This is the best option. We're gonna do this. This is the best option.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier for suppliers. Ride the fire. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for the huge support on my Transformers video, but for the love of God, please, my Joker video is there too, and I worked on it twice as hard. Please, go check that out. I was supposed to put out this video a lot faster than it is right now, but I've been experiencing some health issues which got in the way, but I'm still making videos. They're still gonna come out. Just gotta wait. I thank everyone for their support. I mean, we've hit like a huge milestone, 1,000 subscribers. Sure, it might not be 500,000, 100,000, a million. Who cares? Okay, I earned that 1,000. That 1,000 is mine. I made people like my content, and that 1,000 is mine. With that 1,000 comes a celebration video, which is gonna come out soon. I've even learned animation for this video. Hell, with all this support, I'm almost monetized. Just almost. I'm so proud of this community. Like, you guys are amazing. No, seriously, fellas, thank you so much for your support. I've read every single comment on every single video, and I've replied to all of them. I didn't leave one comment untouched, and you can check. This outro is just made to thank everyone for their support. It's genuinely been crazy. And to remind you that I also stream! That's right, I might not have the best PC to run jack shit, but I can run PS1 games. So I stream myself playing things like Silent Hill 1. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you liked it, punch that like button in the face like a boy. No, wait, shit, wrong YouTuber. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
You just wondering if you got your photos printed? If you got your photos printed?